Hello everyone, the date is the 15th of July 2025, and in this video I want to talk about another example of how the universe seems to often give you a nudge, seems to work in your favour, as if fate, universe, God, whatever you want to call it, depending on your belief system, is actually manipulating reality in order to make life easier for you, like a helping hand, should we say. And the example I'm going to talk about is where I live. The couple who lived next door to me, or lived next door to me, they moved in 2019, and they've just recently moved out about 2 weeks ago. And when they moved in, I mean, I'm kind of like the shy, introverted type. So I didn't make as kind of proactive an effort as I should have done in kind of going up to them, saying hello and welcoming them to the neighbourhood, and just getting to know them as neighbours. Now, having said that, they didn't do the same with me either. Not that I would expect them to. So it just meant that I never really, in 6 years, I never really had anything to do with them, and they were living next door to me for 6 years. And it's one of those things where, you know, if you don't get in there quick and introduce yourself, it's always going to be a bit awkward then. So anyway, in that 6 years, you know, it was now and again, they would get something delivered, and if they weren't in, the postman would, if they happened to catch me, they would say, "Oh, sorry, you don't happen to know the couple who live next door, do you?" And obviously I'd say yes, because I'm obviously the next door neighbour. And they'd say, "Oh, you wouldn't just be able to take this package for them, would you?" I said, "Yeah, all right, fair enough." So then I'd take the package, and then either I'd drop it off if I saw them, or they'd call round and pick it up. And that happened now and again, I'd say. Now, it was, however, very rare that something would get misdelivered. You know, an actual letter or a package for them was accidentally delivered to my house. That might have happened once in 6 years, something like that. So then they moved out, and then a new family moved in. An African family, a young couple with a small child. And I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I'm going to make an effort when I see him to introduce myself to him and shake his hand and welcome him to the neighbourhood. And that way, we're getting off on the right foot then. But even then, my shy, introverted nature kind of got in the way, and I'd see him and I'd like, okay, no, I'm doing the washing up at the moment. Oh, I'll speak to him later, you know. And oh, he's there again. Oh, well, I'm not really dressed properly at the moment. Oh, I'll catch up with him later. So I was telling Siobhan this, who I live with, and you know, she was saying, "Oh, well, you know, you need to make more of an effort." I said, "Yeah, well." Now, what happened was, literally, they'd only been living there 6 days when we had this conversation, and what happened was the postman misdelivered a package that was meant for them to me. And you know, put it through my letterbox by mistake. So it meant that then provided me, like the gods had provided me with an opportunity to go around there, give it to him, and you know, say, "Oh, is this yours? Oh, by the way, welcome to the neighbourhood." So again, it was a prompt from the gods. So anyway, I didn't take it round. I did. But what I did was I put it through his letterbox instead. And then I was cursing myself, and I was like, why didn't I just take it round, knock on his door, or wait for when I saw him outside and just give it to him then? You know, again, being avoidant of social contact. So after I'd had this conversation with Siobhan, I left the house in order to go and visit my parents, and who happened to be going into his house as I was leaving but the next door neighbour. So that's when I took the opportunity to say hello, shake his hand, and he thanked me for dropping off the package. But anyway, the point is that it was very, very rare that anything would ever get misdelivered for me. And then it happens within 6 days of them moving in. Again, as if someone, whatever you want to call it, guardian angel, the gods, fate, the universe, whatever you want to call it, was trying to encourage that interaction to happen, was trying to do me a favour. And I've noticed that in the past as well, you know, when I was a young man. And, you know, weird opportunity, because again, shy and introverted, it wasn't easy for me to, the thought of chatting up a woman didn't come easy to me at all. It just doesn't come naturally. And that's not because I'm scared of women. You know, I'm like that just with everyone. With everyone, I shy away from talking to people. But that would find that there would these opportunities would arise where, you know, I would be on my own with a girl through some circumstances, and it was almost like somebody up there was saying, right, there you go, right, go on, talk to her then. You know, and I'd probably botch it up or not say anything and miss my opportunity. So it was like the universe was trying to kind of like push me in one direction, trying to do me a favour, and yet my own personality was unfortunately getting in the way. But yeah, this, I believe, is an example of the universe trying to do me a favour. If you have any instances of this yourself that you'd like to share, by all means let me know in the comment section, and I will definitely get back to you. All right, so I'll bid you good day, and I'll see you in the next video.